In order to trade profitably, you need an age. Now, there are different types of ages. There are very short term ages or very small ages in which you're just looking at small percentage moves or a few dollars moves, uh, or you're looking for a time frame which is just a very small time frame. And then there are ages which are longer ages or big magnitude ages, and those ages can be used for finding a stock which is likely to double or which is likely to go up 10 times or 15 times or 20 times. Now you have to make a decision as a trader which is the kind of an age you want to exploit, and each age requires a certain amount of skills. Some of the ages, especially if you're wanting to develop an age which is a longer term age or a age to find a bigger magnitude moves, then you need lot more specialized skills, or uh, very few people have that kind of skills. Smaller ages, easy to develop kind of a thing. So the framework which you can look at as a trader before deciding what kind of a thing which you want to do is like really a framework to look at. Do you want to focus on small ages? If you're going to focus on a small age, then you need to do large number of trades, right? In that case, you're just basically looking at finding many trades, and where your age is not so big, but because you're doing large number of trades, you can make money. And this is what swing and day traders do. Like example of this would be like today I did a trade in Nvidia, right? Here I found it in my scan, and I didn't want to take too much risk. I waited on the intraday time frame to get in, and I saw a breakout happening, and then I entered and I exited the trade for 14 or 15% move. That kind of a trade is a short term age, right? And basically it's a very short term age. Now in this kind of a thing, you have to do large number of trades in order to make money. Now large age is where you're going to do very few trades, and you're going to hold that position for a longer term kind of a thing. So let's say, like, and if I am convinced that Nova, which is the solar play, is going to make a big move, probably lasting a year or more, in which it might double, triple, and I entered the position and I am holding this stock for a longer term kind of a thing, then my analysis has to be correct, because if my analysis is not correct and I continue to hold this stock and this stock doesn't make a move, then there is a problem. So large edges will require few trades. Position trading is based on that. Now, shorter the time frame, more predictable it is. I can predict in a very short term time frame that what is likely to happen to a stock which is showing up right in a scan today. I can quickly find out, look, what is likely to happen. Like this is like if something like this is a stock which I uh, saw in the morning, right? So I thought, and it is going to go up another like 20%, right? And then that is the kind of a short-term time frame where you can like quickly find and make money and find those kind of a trade. Now that is a very short-term kind of a age which is immediately actionable. So time frame shorter, it is more predictable, and that's where swing and day trades can happen. Time frame longer, it's less predictable. It is more difficult to predict what is likely to happen to a stock 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line. Can you predict what is likely to happen to the trade next day, tomorrow? Yes. If I look at a setup like this, I can predict that it is likely that tomorrow or in the next 3 days it might uh, make a move from here. Now that's a more likely scenario. But can I predict what is likely to happen to Chevron 3 years down the line? No, it is not like or at least I don't have the skills. So I don't try also. Time frame longer, less predictable, that is position trading. Ability to stomach volatility. If you have low ability to stomach volatility, like say if you look at TTD, which is up a lot today, right? It's up 35%. And from its IPO, the stock, or like wherever you look at it, like it's gone up around 4,000%, right? And it went up 3,000 or 4,000%, 4,000%, 4,700%, the stock went up. But the amount of volatility which you had to be willing to live for during that time frame was like many times the stock went down 34, 40, sometimes 40, 50%. one time it went down 50%. If you can hold that kind of a 56%, 57% kind of a volatility, then you can hold it for a longer term move. Similarly, if you look at like say TQQ, right? And from this bottom, if you held TQQ here, you would have made 900% move. But in order to hold that, you should have been able, you will have to be willing to live through volatility of like these kind of big volatilities where it goes up down 30-40%. Do you have a stomach for that? Like in fact, and if you look at it from 2017 till now, if you look at TQQ and if you just held TQQ, you would be will make 1600% move. But can you live through volatility like this of 51% or like an 22% or here a volatility of 70%, or now currently it is a volatility of like almost at a volatility of 76%. So that kind of a volatility, if you can live with, if you have the ability to live through higher volatility, then you can do longer term trading, position trading. Both kind of approaches make money, but in order to make money from any of these things, you need to develop skills, right? And basically any of these longer term methods, like, and if you look at Soxel for that matter, and like, and if you hold longer term from here to like, and I say here, right, that's 1600% move, or just from this bottom here to here, that's like 17-80% move, right? But the volatility, the ability to hold through a volatility and put very wide stop or like not have a stop is what is going to make you money in that kind of a situation. Now you have to answer this question for yourself to look, do I have the stomach to live through that kind of a volatility, and then accordingly decide, right? So I do a combination of both. I do a lot of trades with a small age and a shorter time frame, and once in a while if I can find a trade which is got an age and which is having a larger longer time duration kind of a thing, then I will look at those kind of trades also. But it is much more predictable to do shorter term trading and make money than a longer term trading. The skills required are different, and your ability to stomach volatility is extremely important. If you are going to do anything long term, and if you cannot stomach volatility, it's extremely difficult, because to hold anything longer term, you'll have to live through a lot of volatility, right? So here, like, and this stock is up 192%, or from here, or from wherever you take, like, and it's up a lot, but amount of volatility which you have to be willing to live through is really periods when you're not going to make any money and the stock keeps going down. That is the question which you need to answer. A lot of people want to do longer term trading, but they don't have the stomach for volatility. And at the first sign of things going down, then they're out of the position. So that's the question which you need to really think through and then make a choice. You can make a choice to focus on small edges, then you'll become swing or day trader. You decide to focus on time frame shorter, swing and day trade. Similarly, if your ability to stomach volatility is low, the options is going to be swing and day trade. If you like large edges and you have a skills, then position trading. Time frame longer you want to hold, you need to position trader. And in order to become a position trader, you need to have the ability to stomach a lot more volatility. So these are choices, and many times because people, traders in the beginning years don't think through these choices, they go from one time frame to another time frame till at some stage you come to conclusion that this is my kind of like I like short term trading because the volatility is low on those kind of things and instant gratification is there. But at the same time, I'm always looking for longer term positions to put it in some of the longer term kind of account. But there, then the volatility is something I have to live with, and that is a big problem on longer term positions.